I visited the home of one of the most prolific authors in history, Victor Hugo. Victor Hugo was a 19th century French romantic author and politician. Some of his most famous works include The Hunchback of Notre Dame, Les Miserables, and L'Homme qui rit, or The Man Who Laughed, and the protagonist of this novel actually inspires some portrayals of the Joker today. The apartment is located in the Place des Vosges, and this is where Victor Hugo resided from 1832 to 1848. The first room in the house takes you through Victor Hugo's family history and personal life, including this caricature of him leading the charge of great French artists and thinkers, which I found very amusing. Hugo's apartment was refurbished into a museum in the early 20th century with donations from his family. Since the time that Hugo lived in the apartment has undergone a lot of changes stylistically. But thanks to various drawings and blueprints and testimonies from those who visited the house, the museum staff have done their best to faithfully recreate the experience of what it would be like to step into Victor Hugo's world. The second room, the Red Dining Room, would be where Victor Hugo would host his guests. They say that various artists and great minds of the century mingled in this room. Walking inside, you can't help but imagine what revolutionary and inspiring ideas were first spoken into existence here. Next is the large drawing room. This room used to have a balcony, but it has since been dismantled. And this room is the only room in the house whose designer currently remains unknown and unnamed, which is truly tragic because it's one of the most beautiful rooms in the apartment. Some of the smaller rooms also show Hugo's personal paintings and photos. It was here that I found out that Hugo especially doted on his grandchildren. He even wrote a booklet called L'Art d'être grand-père, or The Art of Being a Grandfather. There's also Victor Hugo's study, which was my favorite room. You can see his manuscripts and even a cast of his hand. You can even see his writing desk as well, which I loved, and there are artistic portrayals of some of his works. Lastly, there's the bedroom where Victor Hugo passed away in 1885. The bed is the original one in which he passed. There's also his death mask and a painting of his deathbed painted by his grandson. This house is an absolutely underrated gem in Paris, and it's free to enter. I've been wanting to visit it for about 12 years now, and every time I've gone to Paris, I just haven't been able to fit it into my schedule. But I'm so glad I was able to see it, and I completely recommend it.